I wish a sis would. New episode every Tuesday.
Hi guys, welcome back to Wish a Sis Would podcast. We're gonna go ahead and get into it. Um, how's our week going? How'd that work out for all of us?
I need a shot. But yeah,
She really do need a shot.
there's too much going on.
Tough out here. I'm trying not to get on these people ass about my pay because people didn't do what they were supposed to do.
Oh yeah, you did say it was time for your little annual raise thing, right?
I didn't get my career ladder promotion, y'all, and yeah, I'm a little upset about it because there's one thing missing on my eval, my previous eval. They never gave me an overall rating, so that has to be on there, which is probably why HR set my pay to what it is now. I mean, I got an increase, but I should be at a 6, not still at a GS5, but it's okay. It's gonna get fixed because I'm gonna be in somebody's face every day until it is. Because I need my money.
She said, "Don't play with it. Don't play with it. Don't play."
It makes a difference. I don't care if I'm doing overtime or not. I don't care if overtime is 30 something an hour. I need that money.
You shouldn't have to do overtime to be able to live. To be honest, low key, that's a lot.
It is. And then it gets taken out your taxes.
That's the part that look, don't get me started. Anyways,
Because baby, I would have had a nice refund. Would have had a nice refund
Shit's
if I didn't
wild.
do overtime. So yeah.
Let me see. My week was good. I got to be Carter's basketball coach yesterday.
What?
Yeah, his coach was sick, so she asked me to step up because I'd be at the games, hooting and hollering like I really be knowing what I'm talking about, but I don't. I just be hollering.
So you coached the game.
I didn't coach the game. I just did practice yesterday. She better be feeling better by Saturday because I ain't got nothing for her. Because the kids was kidding and I could not.
Okay.
The kids were kidding.
They were okay. When I tell you
it.
that them babies was on the floor and they were asking if they could play knockout and if we could. This is practice, baby. We not playing games, okay? Focus. 8-year-olds, they just was wandering and they spend so much time on the floor. I be like, get off the floor. What are you doing? But other than that, I finished my, second week of school? Your girl tired.
Yeah, it's kicking in a little bit. Just
Always.
Yeah.
Working full
I
time.
don't miss it at all.
Having a
just to be honest,
child.
but
And going to school full time.
Yeah.
I'll be tired every day.
yeah, it's something to do. Seems like every day, like Koya was telling me earlier. Something to do every fucking day.
It's the end of January.
That and
How's everybody's,
it went by quick.
steps going?
It went by
I need a
quick.
redo.
I mean, things
That's what
are
I said.
going in the right direction so far. I mean, but it's like some of the pathways is a little shaky already, and I'm not feeling it because
I'm just like, I don't understand how it feels like when January started. I don't feel like I was this busy in December or November.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But January, baby, if it's not something emotionally happening, then it's I'm busy. I literally have something to do every day. Every day. I'm tired. I'm throwing in the white flag because my mind can't take no more. My body can't take no more. I am so close to calling in just because I just want to sleep. I'm over it.
It be like that.
Yeah.
I'm so over it.
It be like that.
And this is why I choose sleep for the people who don't know. I've been advocating for a long time because it's necessary. Like, you run yourself in the ground, baby, and it's like taking no more responsibilities and, adding stuff more to the agenda. Like, you can work yourself into the ground. So,
Exhibit A.
yeah.
I think it's crazy because it's like I don't have a balance with like work life and social life. There's no balance because my social life has also become like a job. Like it's
It does feel like that.
You gotta tell me because that's exactly how I feel.
Because I feel obligated, like I need to get out if I don't, like, because I be in the house so much. But it's like, I be in the house so much because it's like we always got something to do every fucking weekend. Like, every weekend.
Like, let me tell y'all how tired I am. Y'all was about to do this episode by yourself.
I honestly forgot, y'all. I worked out today, and I was on that couch after I got out that shower, baby. I was kicked up. Okay. I didn't even realize we was recording today.
I respect the whole thing. I finally cleaned up the house. It's been dirty for like 2 weeks. I finally had time to clean up. Finally.
I think we just gotta learn how to give ourselves grace.
But it's just
to
like
things
every
we
weekend
haven't
there's
gotten
something.
to.
Every weekend. Like last weekend, Carter had a basketball game. Then I had to go to lunch with a friend because we're trying new restaurants this year. And then I had another get together
in itself.
another coworkers get together thing. And then Sunday I had a birthday party. It was late at night, and Carter started to go to school on Monday.
I do not even want to talk about Sunday. Sunday was trash.
It's exhausting. Like you said, having a social life is just as exhausting as going to work every fucking day.
And it's like you want to get out because you don't want to be cool, but at the same time, it's like,
at this point, I'll be in the house. Don't worry about it. Because there's no reason why, like I said, how tired I am.
Yeah.
There's no reason why I finished therapy Friday. I went to sleep, woke up, got on a meeting, and went back to sleep. Woke up, took a shower, went back to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's no reason. Sunday, I probably got all of 3.5 to 4 hours of sleep. Like, when I say at my wit's end, I'm at my wit's end. Like, I'm tapping.
Well, I get my redo in February. Only task that I've been consistent with is no spend January and my savings account. My savings account is nice.
Can't relate. Anyways.
I'm getting there.
I've been doing the total opposite, baby, because everything been going to bills. So that
so
much so I won't have to be paying all the way into the end of the year. So I'm trying to knock out a lot of the rest of the stuff I need to finish up, and I'll be good.
I put $90 in my savings account.
Still waiting on this
Every
refund
week.
too.
Look, I ain't filed my taxes. A girl scared.
Yeah.
Man, that tax is bullshit. Don't even get me started.
I'd be scared. I've owed for the past 2 years.
You've owed?
Mm-hmm.
I never owed once in my
You're
life. But then again, I was in college, so you're not gonna owe anything. Yeah, so
I'm tempted. Rocky work for the IRS. So can I claim that I'm in school? Will they check if I'm back in school?
they'll know if you're
Baby, one thing that you should play with is the IRS.
Yeah, baby.
Because one year I forgot filing one of my W-2s because I got more money without filing it. They hit my account like 2 years later and was just like, y'all owe me $2,000. I said, bet.
Yeah.
They said they were going to start garnishing my wages. Don't do that. Just put me on the payment plan.
And I'm going to be very transparent.
Don't do that.
I'm going to be very transparent
I
right
need
now because
don't do that.
I already filed early and Home Depot sent me a W-2. So if you're in this situation and you had an unexpected, because I totally forgot about it, but if you have an unexpected W-2 that comes in if you already filed, if you get a refund, wait till you get your refund. Make sure it hits your account. And then file amended.
That girl say, wait till it hits your account.
So much so they won't get you, because they will get you. And the way they do it is they calculate interest. If it takes them a long time to catch it, which it does, me knowing how them systems work, some people
2 years.
It depends on where your batch is at and when they get to your case.
2 years. I thought
because
I was
they're
good.
backed up.
I was like, they ain't never gonna catch me. 2 years later, they was just like, I sent you 3 notices. You got one more notice that's gonna come in this mail before we start garnishing your wages. I called the IRS and was like, hey, put me on the payment plan, please. Because when they garnish your wages, it's not based off anything. They just start taking money off your shit.
Yeah, no, they do. They collect. In those letters she's talking about, that's what I do. I send out letters.
I was scared. Put me on the payment plan.
If we fixed your money and it's on the way, we let you know, like, all of that type of stuff.
Can you fix mine? Fix mine, okay?
I can't fix yours.
I'd be scared.
They'll ding you for that. Because they know who you know, so I could get in trouble even if somebody. If I don't let them know I came across.
Tell your friends to fix mine. Like,
I can't tell you.
I'd be scared.
You just never know. It's a lot of workers, so we never know what cases we're gonna get. And
same thing with disability.
I'm still getting signed batches, and I got close to 1,000 cases, and ain't did nearly half of that yet. And it's a new filing season, so can you imagine the new cases that we're getting on top of trying to close out the old ones? So yeah,
look, I don't play with
it's
IRS.
a lot.
That's one people that I don't play with. I play with everybody else but the IRS.
It's giving social.
But they will catch you eventually. It may not be right then. It may take a couple years.
I'd be scared.
But they do know.
That's one thing. They got my ass. I told myself I'd never do it again. That's why I don't lie on like food stamp paperwork and all that shit. I don't lie. I do not lie because I know they're gonna come back and get you. That's one thing I don't lie about. I can't.
They will.
My mama lied. They took their asses. They lied like years ago when it first started to, come out and stuff. And they garnished their wages. So it's like they gonna get you.
And
it
always happens at the worst time.
Your mama business out like that.
It was years ago. They already paid it back. Hell.
I hope your mama listens to this.
She do.
You.
She listens to our podcast.
Because
hey, mama.
How you gonna put her business out like that?
Look, it was her and my daddy. Shit, he just as much at fault too. It wasn't just my mama.
I try
my mama and my daddy.
Now that I know how the systems work, because me working there, try to tell people, trust me, they know. They just ain't got to you yet, but they will.
That's why I don't play behind it.
They know.
I'm good.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna get into our topic. We're going to be going over controversial topics. So I do want to give a little FYI forewarning.
Is
that
this like the Nicki Minaj and
no, hell no. Girl, I don't care two shits about any of that. We talk about real life problems.
That's controversial in the
I don't care about none of that
in
shit.
the world. I really don't. I don't care. I don't have a dog in the fight. I don't really
give two shits about
but
that.
I think that Nicki did go a little low talking about her mama and stuff.
They said that somebody leaked her mama's grave, and now
they
have
to
that's wild.
They have to put security around her mom's grave because somebody found the mom's graves.
That's wild.
I think
it's never that serious.
The amount of how fans are so obsessed with celebrities, like that should not be your god.
But what I don't understand is Nicki always has problems with people that
who
are
don't
like
kiss her ass.
People that don't kiss her ass, but people that are so much younger than her.
Exactly.
Like, why are all of your beefs with like these?
And you don't even have to do what you're doing.
Yesterday in one of our group chats that I have.
Like, I have to do what you're doing.
Nicki just automatically just thinks that someone talking about her. Like, someone will drop a song and she'll be like, "Oh, that's a ding at me. Now I gotta have a diss track." Like, nobody's talking about you.
No,
that was a good bar.
But then they was talking about the beef came from because when they did Hot Girl Summer, apparently that was before Nicki had her baby. And so I guess Nicki told Megan that she was pregnant or something. Megan was like, "Oh no, go drink or go get an abortion." So that's why they fell out. Like y'all in these conspiracy theories.
She's been down here ever since she married that man.
There's only one guy that y'all need to worry about, and it's not a celebrity. I'm gonna just let y'all know. Well, he is kind of a celebrity, but he's not on social media. He coming back though, because we at the end of the day, it's like let's be for real.
People will become lovers of themselves, and boy. They have taken that to the whole nother.
Say no, that's not the controversial thing we're talking about, but I'm glad we went ahead and aired our views on that.
We're talking about real controversy.
But I wanted to give, a good little FYI forewarning that these are our opinions, not you guys' opinions. And if anything becomes too sensitive what we're talking about, we'll cut the conversation. Mm-hmm. But I just want to, so this is ours. Our opinion. No, we don't have to. I feel like a lot of things that we're probably going to discuss, we all see eye to eye on. We'll see, though. I mean, hell, we're all allowed our own opinions and still able to be friends at the end of the day. Okay? It's all good. I just need y'all viewers to know that just because you don't side with us, don't mean we're bad people. Okay?
And I'm not a bully.
Don't get the hollering in the comments. Y'all don't interact any other time, but hell, y'all might be a little, fueled up behind these conversations. We'll see.
Until y'all want to call me a bully, and I'm not a bully. So let's just move forward.
Before we get into these controversial topics, I do want to ask, do you guys think the way that you're brought up sways your thoughts on how the government or anything portrays itself in the real world?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, definitely.
Cool. So first question I have listed here as a controversial topic. Should students be required to wear school uniforms?
Absolutely not.
I'm mixed on that one, honestly, because I obviously went to school in Leander, but I did my family's business is on the east side or whatever. So I understand the point of uniforms is because one point of view that I put out was because you don't, like, the kids that don't have as much, they're not put on the front street or have like less chance to be bullied. It takes away from being overly done, you know,
having the Gucci and the Fendi on because you can afford it compared to somebody else.
Yeah, it takes away from being like all flashy and stuff like that. Whereas I do see it as a way to express your individuality, stuff like that. Like everybody don't have the same style, so if we all have to wear the same clothes, then I can express my style. And that, so it's like, to me, I see it, but then I don't see it. But then it's also kind of like a thing of like, who want to wear the same 3 shirts all year, or who want to wear the same, you know, the same 4 pair of pants, you know, like I think it gets a little weird with that, where you get down to it has to be all black shoes, no like color, like that is where it gets ridiculous. Like, you know, listen, I don't have kids, so I don't got to go through it, but
I went to a school that had to wear uniforms, and I hated it growing up. Like, that shit was wild, because why can't I wear what I want to wear? I looked like a boy because I wore my brother's hand-me-downs. Like, I wore my brother's khaki pants. I wore his polos. I never got the girl version of the polos because I wore my brother's hand-me-downs. So I always looked like a boy. Like, I always looked real frumpy. But I also was a tomboy, so low-key really didn't matter. But I hated it growing up. But now that I have a child, I'm all for it because I hate getting Carter dressed in the morning. Whereas if he were to have the option between black pants, blue pants, or khaki pants, and between a green shirt and a red shirt, we'd be good to go. Yeah, baby, go grab one of them pants and one of them shirts and let's fucking go.
And also being in a daycare setting, I have understood the school clothes versus regular clothes. I've understood that because you spend, you know, how much do a pair of kid pants wear? $10 for a pair of pants, and they can just go slide across some rocks, and
baby, tell me about it.
17, they don't come home with little ones. Like,
it's not even the little ones. My son's 8, and all it takes is for him to glide his ass across one of them recessed floors,
but that's what I'm
to
saying,
show out with them damn kids. And now there's holes in his pants when he gets his ass home.
If you're not in middle school or like high school and stuff, you really, I mean, we're being honest, because I was one of them kids. I played hard. Outside. Okay, like weird things, like taking scissors and cutting holes in their clothes. Like, I've understood it. So you have your school clothes, right? Like, why am I gonna pay? Like, why am I gonna put on this $15 shirt when this $3 shirt is already messed up? No, I'm gonna wait for this $15 shirt when we go somewhere, and I need you to match my fly.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I agree.
The school people know I take care of you.
I agree that kids should wear uniforms. I get the whole individuality thing and being able to dress yourself, but I would be like, baby, that's what the weekend's for. Dress down on the weekend, baby. I'll drop you off at the mall and let everybody see your outfit. But Monday through Friday, you're wearing these khaki pants and this blue shirt. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
But that's just my view on it. But, I mean,
we don't have kids, so, and we don't have to live
of course.
We don't have to live it, but, we experience it. But, it's just, and then when you get to, like, those private schools, like IDEA and like those schools that, like, you have to get the shirts from them.
Those bitches are expensive because Carter went to velour, baby, and you had to have the velour logo sweater or the shirt. Like, the pants and everything was, you can get it from Old Navy. That's $10. But the polo shirts were $45, $30.
And usually, like, when school starts up, because it's so common, you have a lot of uniform sales. Yeah. So you can go, like, those shirts be like $4. Those shirts be like $4 or $5, whatever. You can go buy a stack of them hoes and be Gucci. But when you have to get the school shirt with the logo, and it gotta be that.
I was part of a buy-sell trade group for a private school because Carter went to velour for a little bit. And when the kids would go up into the next size, the parents would sell, the other side. And they were hot commodity, baby. You used to have to watch that site. Watch it, because they'd be like, I'm selling 3 shirts for $15. It has a little hole in it, or there's this right here. And them mamas didn't care. $15 over $30. Remember that shirt? I'll fix that hole in that shirt. Don't even worry about it.
Well, if you know how to sew, you can. So
probably won't even fix it. Wear that whole proudly.
I wasn't even mad at it. Baby, I used to fight them stains out them shirts.
We be patching up some clothes now. Okay.
All right. So that moves into, should schools eliminate dress codes?
No.
I don't feel like they should.
Because some stuff, and especially like if you think of like the style now, especially like with girls, like the crop top, like I don't understand why 12-year-olds are wearing crop tops. Why 12-year-olds have.
So should we eliminate it then,
No,
or should we?
I'm saying keep it. I'm saying keep it because it takes. So it that's what I meant by you get too extravagant with your dress. So like like when my brother was in school, it was the sagging pants, stuff like that. And, that was a dress code thing because why are we walking around in your pants is at your ankles? But, can you imagine being in school and 15 girls walk into your class and have on a half shirt, their belly button is out,
bras on,
and now it's a stop,
short. And the little or the biker shorts that are like super tight, like the little volleyball shorts that them girls be wearing. They roll up like 17 times, so they little,
so you can't,
so the little booties be
out.
I
mean, but
them bitches roll up.
Not even that, but not even those, but now you got into a style now where people don't wear a bra. And so,
I don't know how people do that.
Like, I mean, you're heavy. I'm about to say you're heavy chested, so you got a bra.
I'm
not gonna work for you.
I was at
unless you barely got anything. I don't recommend you. There's people show up to my job with no bra, like seriously.
I was at spare time and there was a girl that didn't have on a bra, and I just happened to glance over and be like, okay, but it was just like, and I wouldn't have noticed it if her nipples was poking through her shirt, and I was just like, what? Like, all right, I guess we not around kids, but
that also kind of goes to that TikTok thing where they were talking about how the girls be coming on half dressed with just their underwear and their bra on to do the get ready with me. They're just I understand when we've become so comfortable getting on the internet with just our bra and our underwear on to get ready. But
then we're very quick to call people pedophiles and stuff like that. But this is how we're letting our kids present ourselves.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, not saying that it's the kids' fault because it's never like a rape, like somebody that's got raped or something like that. It's never their fault.
Yeah.
But we also need to just be mindful that everybody don't have the same mindset.
Let kids be kids.
Yeah,
let kids let them look like them.
There's no I don't feel like there's no reason why you can't buy a regular shirt for 8 hours that you're at school.
Yeah.
If you want to wear a crop top on the weekend to a football game, to a basketball game, that's fine. But when you're in school,
that's different.
You should be at school to learn. You shouldn't be having the titties out and your stomach out.
And
in your somebody you ain't even gonna be with.
Isn't that what our parents used to say back in the day? They said that you're supposed to be seen, not heard.
Maybe. And I don't even understand.
Or heard, not seen, or some shit like that.
Most of these kids are built like grown women.
They be 12 and they look 16. I don't think it's that. I just think
they develop more.
I just think that
faster.
Parents are having kids later in life. That's
true too.
It's just
no. I don't think that they're having kids later in life. I think they're having kids earlier. So it's like, okay, well, this is what I wear, so it's cute on me, so it's cute on you. No, baby, it's not.
I mean, I guess it's.
There is a mixture, but there is that class
because I feel the group of people that I know who've had kids later. Mm-hmm. Just don't have the strength anymore to discipline their kids or to tell them that they shouldn't be wearing the thing. It's just I've already raised 3 of you. I'm starting all over. I don't have the time or the patience to tell you to go change your shirt. Wear it. I don't give 2 shits. Wear it. I don't care anymore.
I see what you're saying.
So I feel that group of people are
I think also when stuff like that happens, I can see that part. But then you have the parents that have that mentality, but then when their kids are told something they can't wear, well, why can't my kid wear something that I paid for? No,
it be really the parents that's be making life difficult. No, it is.
Of course, absolutely. I be feeling for these teachers.
Your child is bad.
I be feeling for them teachers. But I mean, I used to get dress coded a lot growing up because I was heavy chested in high school, and so I had a very low cleavage, and I couldn't help that V-neck shirts were in, and my titties would show. I don't want to wear an undershirt on top of this other shirt. I want the V-neck. I'm sorry, I'm heavy chested, but I don't think we should eliminate.
Undershirts, so.
Oh, I don't. I can't.
I cannot wear if I'm wearing a shirt, I always have an undershirt on. I'm just uncomfortable, and I think it is because my chest, it helps keep my chest down.
I sweat.
No, because
my
it's
back.
It's a TikTok.
I can't.
No, I can't. It just gives me like for me, it gives me like an extra layer of protection, especially because now shirts are made like so different. Like a regular shirt, you can lift I lift my arms up, and it's
Oh yeah, you are so taller.
Yeah, I have a long torso, so I can lift my arms up. My shirt don't come up to here. I got
a short torso.
So why do I want my, all my stretch marks and my belly out? No.
I get that. All right. So let's see what's next on here. Are standardized tests effective?
I think it depends on what you want to do. Like, because now in high schools they have like they have like these career pathways that are more defined. Like they've added more.
We had that growing up. They told us we had to go to college.
Actually, like more classes that are like tailored to like technically you should take in college, but now they're giving it to them.
Just like you
high
pass
school,
the tax test, like, you ain't gonna amount to shit in life.
Y'all already taking this, and I just feel like it depends on what you're like certain things, yes, but not everything. I don't feel like it should be generalized because realistically, everybody's not going to end up in mathematics, something that requires you to do statistics and stuff like that.
Yeah.
24/7. More research-based type of things. Not everybody's going down that lane. So I just feel like with the basics, okay.
I think that like when they got into the STAR where it's tailored towards end of course instead of tax where it was general, because I like Rocky said, like I was always like a grade ahead. I was always in accelerated math, so I was always a grade ahead. So I took algebra 1 as in middle school. I took geometry as a freshman. Just go on and on. I don't even know what the word is, but that's how jumbled my mind is. But like for science, I was not as strong in science.
Nope.
So it was like, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, obviously y'all, I graduated high school, so I passed my tax test. So it was, but it's just like it would have been tailored to, like I may be stronger in biology than I am in chemistry. So if I would have had an exam, a tax test that was catered towards chemistry, then I probably would not have passed it if it was like made more so in end of course, or I'll say physics, because I'm all right in chemistry, because I like mixing shit. But
physics can get a little tricky.
Because physics was science and math. You got two of the worst subjects that you got to put together. So it's just like, so it's just like some of the stuff that I see the point of them, but once they got specific with the STAR testing, I mean, I've never taken a STAR test, so I can't be like, yeah, it's helpful. But to me, tax test was a breeze, because I was finished with that tax test and I was trying to bend my little fat ass over and go to sleep.
It was more general, and I just feel like now they just tailor it to make it more difficult. And it's sad because some of the curriculums that are supposed to be teaching the children, it's not really beneficial once you really get out. And especially if you're not going to college, then people got to pick up learning trades and stuff that should be taken. I mean, like,
but you know what? A lot of schools are having a lot of trades or something like that. Like I know that like Leander had Cosmo. We had a cosmetology.
Del Valley is getting like this little Tesla center type
thing. Del Valley is getting like a Tesla
but it's more tailored to tech now.
It's technology, but there's some people I know of some schools that do like mechanic work. Some schools do.
I think Cosmo, it's the Ridge or something like that.
And even
mechanic stuff.
At my high school, we had cooking class, so
we had we
had to take home ec though. Like that was
it wasn't required. It wasn't required, but everybody wanted to do it because we were trying to eat. But
one of the classes was required. Like you had to see, because what was the lady name? Because she also did that other class with the other thing. It's either you had to take home ec or that other one. There you go. You had to take one of the other.
I never had to take them. I did take that cooking class.
But one thing that I found out today that some schools have these programs where like it's a school out here, and I think it's in Rowan. I don't know. I was talking about it at work literally today, and there's a school that like you can graduate with your CNA.
Oh wow!
And then you can graduate with your CNA, and they will help you get a job.
Offered,
as an 18-year-old, you already have your CNA, so you can go. Oh, I'm sorry. So straight out of school, go get a job, start working towards your LVN, which is actually an easier. I don't want to say easier program, but you can work towards your LVN, and then there's like an accelerated program to get your RN. So by like 20 you can, or like by 20 you can already be an artist.
My only issue with that is that it should be offered at majority of schools, so it could be equal opportunity. Now everybody knows, depending on what high school and what district you're in, it's about money at the end of the day. In certain high schools, like in Cedar Park or Georgetown, just speaking here in Austin, like area and stuff like that, because of their population, so they're offering more advancement in their, their curriculums, so that people can graduate further ahead. But that is not offered in everywhere.
Yeah. That's like
the
that IB
yeah.
program.
Yeah.
Like Leander was an IB school, and you had to be in all IB classes.
I was IB kid.
It was hella projects, but you also graduate if you pass like all them IB tests and stuff like that. You
I ain't
pass
passing them tests.
Okay. You
I was an IB kid, baby, but I ain't passed none of them tests.
But it was like you passed with like your first year of college done, right?
Yeah.
Like basically your first level
all of our
of college,
classes
your prereqs of college
classes.
was done.
Yeah.
So I mean, there was that.
But you had to pass the test, which is wild.
If it's offered, I would recommend you jump on that because
I would recommend doing dual credit.
Exactly.
Just do dual credit.
Because I didn't utilize that, and I really wish I did.
I did dual credit and economics and something else.
I did government and dual credit. They wouldn't let me in English, but I did government and dual credit.
Girl, English stressed me.
And I didn't even need the damn class, but I went in with college credits, but it was just, Your
girl knew she was going to college, and then she had a mental breakdown and didn't even go. Ain't that bad a bitch?
Everybody's path is different. It's how you feel.
And dual credit is free, I think.
It is.
It's free because you're in high school.
Yep.
So
take
any
advantage.
of our high school people
take advantage
of dual credit.
They offer dual credit. Take it.
Yeah.
But don't stress yourself out where you put yourself into a mental episode. Never that serious.
Never. My sister is on the thing now because they offer that at Hendrickson, so she wants to graduate early. So
I didn't use it to graduate early. I just did it because I knew I wanted to go to college and I knew I wanted to be in there less.
Baby,
She
out there.
She said she's trying to not be at school anymore.
I mean, she kind of knows what she want to do. I just feel like it depends. Like I said, it depends on what your
I respect it. I said I want to be a doctor. I got to college, took that one science class. Never mind. So maybe
I've changed my career path.
I legit was
a lot, and I'm only 31. Like I've changed my career path, I think 4 times already.
Yeah, and I feel like that's the difference with people because it's like some people like they know, and it's like they're on it, and and then some people it's really like, bitch, you really out here like trying to figure out like you in the trenches, like for real.
Like what do you mean? So, I've changed my career path 4 times. This is my 4th change. Like your girl has really been through it, and I'm only 31. Like I done changed 4 times. The struggle.
I mean, it's real. It's real. But once you do figure it out, you're good. It just everybody's path is different, and it takes more time depending on when you actually do, figure out what you like. So,
all right. Should schools teach abstinence instead of sexual education?
I mean, they do teach abstinence. It's a part of contraception.
But I think feel like they highlight that.
They don't highlight it, but I mean,
so I think that they want to do away with you talking about sex in general. They just want you to preach like don't have sex.
I don't think that's a good idea.
I don't know.
I don't think
they're gonna do it regardless.
Yeah, they're gonna do it regardless. So you would rather them do it and have at least a little bit of education than just to be like, well, all I know is I'm supposed to have sex. So no, I think that's dumb.
Yeah. If anything, those two can be combined. I mean, to where you make it known like, hey, this may be a safer route, just to avoid SY,
But I don't think that you can. I don't think that you can harp on abstinence because it's just don't do it. Whereas if you have sex, like you have the different avenues that you can have, STDs, pregnancy, all of the different things, the different forms of contraception, all of that. Whereas abstinence is just like, don't do it.
Yeah,
and it's just like I don't think that's effective because it's not giving options.
I think what I mean by that is allowing people to letting it be teached in a way to where people can know that if you do choose to be abstinent, it's okay. Like
it's
you know what I'm saying, because the peer pressure. So that's what I mean, like. incorporating it in that how, with sexual education for those ones who may not feel comfortable, because realistically, like, there's peer pressures, people deal with it differently. It comes in different ways, and so some people be like, well, maybe I want to know a little bit more, like, to that, and it may not feel comfortable coming forward. So that's why I only say offer it in that way. But like, to just be straight up and be like, no, don't do it, like, because
I don't think
you
so.
a kid, there's
stuff
plenty of
like,
things your parents tell you
just,
not to do, and you do it anyway.
Yeah,
so.
it's just wild. Like, I think it just all kind of depends on people's focus as well. I think I don't want to say in the Black community, but I know that it was never just talked about, like, in my family, in my household, but it was just like, I mean, I went out there in high school just busting it open or nothing. Actually was not at all abstinence. But I just think that, like, once as stuff came up, it was just like, oh, okay, I knew a little bit about that. So, like, when I did go, like, when I found out I had PCOS, and there was a different contraception, like, that I was put on birth control. So, but I knew more about those birth control methods and stuff like that, opposed to just saying, okay, so what is this terminology, what is that, without those health classes, those child development, because that was a big part of child development too. Without those health classes, those child development classes, I even took a human sexuality class in college, and that was basically what it was all about. Yeah. And I just think that you take away from the real world, because essentially humans are put here to procreate. Yeah. So if you only teach as they are coming up, abstinence, once they are out of the school setting, and they're like, okay, so we've always learned this, but now we're ready to go to do this. So who's going to teach them the proper way to have sex?
Yeah, absolutely.
And that, it shouldn't be.
My mom talked a lot about sex growing up in our household, so it wasn't anything to be scared of to have that conversation. So I don't think we should eliminate it at all. Like, I mean, I feel like maybe it should be like an anonymous vote or whatever. Like, whoever wants to, not be a part of this class, then sure, let's take you over here and you'll learn about it whenever you're ready.
But I think that it's a part. I don't think that you can even take it out, or I don't even think that should be an option, because every kid's gonna go through puberty. So every girl's gonna have her period. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if you take that out, so like, even like, because not birth control, and I say that because birth control does not only prevent pregnancy or whatever. It's there to regulate hormones. Some kids are put on birth control because they have very heavy periods. Like,
I was put on birth control because of that reason.
Yeah. So it's like, even if you opt out, like, as a parent, if you opt your kid out, and I mean, it's totally up to you. I'm not a parent. You have your own opinion. But if you have a daughter and you take your kid out of that sexual health class, so when she's sitting here blowing through 3 and 4 pads in 2 hours, she don't know what to do. But it's time to see a doctor, but you want her to go talk to this doctor who has all these years of education, where she only got 8, and you expect her to understand.
Then I think when you take that and you eliminate the opportunity to talk about sex, it becomes a difficult conversation to have with your doctor as well. So, the number one question that they're going to ask you, are you sexually active? And, then it becomes awkward, like, ooh.
Well, do I want to say it?
Do I want to tell her? Do I not want to tell her?
Because that's when the Black mama sitting in the corner like this. No.
But it's like, if you talk about it more and allow them to become more comfortable with the conversation of it, then it becomes more of an opportunity to have that conversation.
It'll still kind of always be awkward, though. But
always.
But it should.
I feel like the more you take away, the more you shelter kids.
Yeah,
and the more you shelter kids, when they come out into the world, they're shell shocked. That reality hits them, and they have a harder time coming into place with reality.
That becomes a harder conversation to have with adults as well.
Yeah,
like
this whole
your partner or with your mom. Because if, say, you're not talking about sex at 13, now your daughter coming home, she's scared to say that she's pregnant. Whereas if you would have had the conversation about sex,
runaway love.
But if you would have had the conversation about sex and talked to her about, this is what happens when you have sex. There's a possibility of you becoming pregnant. It's easier for your child to come forth and be like,
here's the financial responsibility, because I'm gonna put that in there too. But it costs
and does, and that man ain't gonna stick around. Look, kids don't keep men, okay, ladies, young ones growing up, things like men. Kids don't keep men, okay. Please understand that, honey.
They
Please
can go
understand that.
anytime that they please. So having a child is not gonna keep somebody there. Understand that wholeheartedly.
But also don't show to your kid. If you opt to take your kid out of those options while she's looking for her next topic, I feel like as a parent, if you opt, then you need to be having a side kind of thing to where they still kind of get that education, because it is a part of life that it is a life cycle that they need to be aware of, because if they don't know why all of a sudden they was having periods regularly, and all of a sudden with little Johnny they went and had fun one day and they didn't know nothing about a condom, and now 2 months later I haven't had my period, here comes 3 months later
And
my
that's
belly's
the
getting
next
around.
question.
So, boom.
Should schools make condoms available to students through all grade levels starting in middle school?
No.
High school I can understand, but
Well, what's the
school,
difference of us talking about having sex in middle school and getting them prepared for that
It's more so, I think that if you
than not having condoms available?
I think that if you're talking about it and having them in health classes, because that's more so where the conversation and the education comes from, when you have to take health, and health is a semester.
Mm-hmm.
So let's put that out there. They're only talking, and the sex part is probably only one section out of that one semester. So where it's not like all 4 years, like all 4 years of high school, it's banged in their heads. Have sex. No, it's probably all of a month that and it's block schedule, so half of a month that they're really actually talking about this topic. And I think if you sit here and you be like, hey, because we started seeing the puberty videos in elementary school, so I think if we would have got to middle school and they would have been like, well, hey, we have condoms, and it's like, okay, so let me see, like, I think that
because of the curiosity.
Yeah, I see the point.
I think I wouldn't introduce it. I wouldn't speed up the process.
Yeah, I think the point of the education is to safely do it, and I see that, and I see, like, because you can argue that giving out condoms is, a way to promote safe sex, but I think that it's like the best thing is abstinence as a kid or whatever. But I think if you make them readily available to these young absent-minded kids, you're just saying, hey, just here it goes. You've learned about it. Go have sex. And 9 times out of 10, people don't put condoms on right. And I can guarantee you a 12-year-old in 6th grade is not going to put a condom on right.
Oh, absolutely not.
And you really ain't got none here, so let's be frank.
And don't. But it's actually very common for men to actually lose their virginity at the age of 13.
Well, I know.
It's very,
because it's pressed on.
Wasn't there a rapper that bought strippers for their...
Yeah.
Boosie, right?
Yeah.
Boosie did that. But that's what I'm saying. And 9 times out of 10, that goes back to what I was saying. The peer pressure that people feel.
I lost my virginity over peer pressure, so I ain't even gonna lie.
I didn't.
Everybody else around me was having sex. Your girl wanted to have sex also, because why is everybody else around me having it? And I regret it. Okay,
I just held out until college, so
I regret it
after. So
I regret it. Don't do it. Peer pressure. Don't fall for it. I'm not a peer pressure kind of girl now.
I feel like all the people that we're talking to don't their virginity gone.
You never know. We could be picking up some newcomers that's coming into womanhood and haven't developed yet.
You know what? If you haven't lost it and if you're comfortable sharing, I would love to.
Don't lose it.
Drop that.
Don't
in the
lose
comments.
It.
Drop it in the comments.
No, don't drop it in the comments. Send us a message. Don't look at business.
That's why I said if you're comfortable sharing.
I mean, you can always DM us. Send us an email.
People be putting anything in these comments. They too shy.
They do. But
I mean, hiding your virginity, I feel like, is another thing. Because I feel like it's like another thing you brought about peer pressure. A lot of people, lie about having sex because everybody else around them is having sex. So, I mean, a lot of people do hide that type of stuff. So, I mean, I get it. But I think I feel like it should be readily available just because I
can maybe see.
Yeah. I'm not saying like going around every day handing out everybody condoms, but I feel like at the front office or something, it should be there as a take one type of thing. Because if they're not going to have a condom readily available, they just want to go out there and fuck anyways. If you want to try to be safe and attempt to put the condom on, to attempt to have sex with your 13-year-old girlfriend, do your thing. There's a condom, because if not, they're not going to go to HEB and buy.
I can see that in high school. I can see it more so in high school.
That's what I said.
But kids these days are having sex a lot earlier.
I see that, but I could.
And I'd rather you be able to go to the front office and grab a condom without me questioning you and going home and attempting to do whatever you got to do, than you not have an opportunity, because you're not going to H-E-B to buy the condoms. You're not going to Walmart to buy the condoms. So now you're having raw sex, and that's how you get your 13-year-old pregnant daughters. Whereas if she had a,
But also in retrospect, though, there was not health classes in middle school. So we watched a puberty video in like 5th grade, maybe 4th and 5th grade. Just from my experience, and then middle school, it was just it was like we had science like biology, but it wasn't no like, okay, well, you have to take this health class. And then when we got to high school, it was like at some point in that 4-year plan, you have to take a health class. So it really wasn't like just out there just bragging. Now a lot of the stuff that is on this social media, that is on TV, movies, a lot of that stuff is sexualized, which that starts at home. So, I mean, yeah, you can't prevent you can, but you can't really 100% monitor what your kids are doing on their computers. But a lot of that stuff is coming from the stuff that they're seeing.
Absolutely.
So that's why I say not in middle school, because it's not talked about in middle school outside of biology when you learn about the reproductive system, but it's not talked about in middle school. Whereas in high school, there's child development, there's health, there's, and there may be even, I was in high school over 10 years ago, so there may be more classes now. So I think that's why I'm saying high school.
I get it, absolutely. But like you said, now things are just so readily available on the internet now for kids, and they all get cell phones earlier. And I can speak on that because, like I said, I have a son. He's 8. Me and my parents had a conversation about it not too long ago that we all thought, Family Guy was, this kid-friendly TV show growing up. Family Guy ain't kid-friendly at all. The Simpsons, not kid-friendly at all. American Dad, not kid-friendly at all. But these are cartoon
Anything
TV shows.
Adult Swim. No.
but these are TV shows that are coming on like Fox during, dinner time. And, a lot of people are having this on during, dinner time. And a lot of the TV shows now on like Nickelodeon and things like that. A lot of the sly comments that they make and the things like that, you just not like, did they really just say that?
Or even like what was that show, like Victorious? They like were in like bikini, like it that was a Nickelodeon show, but they were teenagers, but they had on like half shirts and bikinis and stuff like that, and they were supposed to be respectable girls. But but also for the parents that do listen, there is a nifty little thing called screen time. So for people with younger kids, instead of having your child have a fit over their phone or be in their phone 24/7, if you do have a younger child with a phone, there is a thing called screen time. After they go past that screen time, phone completely shuts down.
That you can also block certain websites and things like that as well, if you're the parent over said device, because I've had to do that myself, because there's certain things, because Carter can't necessarily spell, but he can read, and so he uses Siri a lot, and a lot of the probing questions that homie be asking sends him to certain places that he shouldn't be, but it's because of the way he's asking it. Excuse me, it's not that he's purposely looking for, but it's the way that he's asking, so then it brings it up, and now you got a curious mind, and now he looking, and it's just like, wait a minute. So yes, I get it. I'm pro having condoms at an early age. That's just my view on it, but to each their own. Next question I have here is, should all teachers be armed in the classroom to help protect their students?
No. I have a hard time with that one, because I remember when that was brought up in the social media. Only problem is that you do have teachers who abuse their power. Yeah. And that's without a gun. So I just don't trust
Can you imagine a teacher just being so... And teachers already have a hard job. And these kids are not easy to get along with. Yeah. Can you imagine a teacher that's at their wits' end and that one student makes a joke and they just pull out a gun? No, I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't trust that.
Now, I could see certain, there's also, certain protocols and certain trainings that you have to have. So I think certain teachers can do that. But I think that it should require an extensive check, mental check, background check, and I mean, even a background check and a mental check don't do nothing, because you can snap at any moment. Yeah. But I mean, I don't think that every single teacher,
I just think
you put me in a classroom with a whole bunch of 18-year-olds, baby, I'm a fight, because I'm a fight.
I think it just needs to be more security within
Absolutely.
the schools, and walking around the perimeters to avoid certain situations like that, because then you would see a lot more. I mean, especially in high school, like where I went to school, baby, we was gone for lunch. Nobody really walking around. Like, the security guards, but they walking with you. I mean, it's be honest.
I think
what I'm saying?
They asking what you bringing them back for lunch. Like, bro, we're not supposed to be this cool. Like,
I just feel like it should be a process with them, really having
I think more security, like, because why, like, at school, why, like, I can see, like, your main doors where you have cameras. I mean, you should have cameras at every door, but like I can see like for instance the way LHS was built, I could see like the door right in front of the office. I could see maybe the back door where the AP's office was, in that back hallway. But but when you get to, as far as with the doors being unlocked for you to access, for you to come in from the outside, but as far as all of these little bitty hallways where you got these side doors, and I understand that they are exits, but so you can access them, there won't be an alarm that goes off if you go out of them. But to come back in, if there's not a regulated set point, I that's where I think you have danger, because I get kids go outside, but if you go outside and those doors are locked, you need to go back around through the open door. The same thing like we do at the church. At a certain time, those back doors lock. And even after church, they don't open them hoes, and it makes me so mad.
Yeah, I agree also. I don't think teachers should have them. One, because like you said, you never know a teacher's stability at that point. And then also kids having access to it. Like, I understand, quote unquote, it probably would be in a lockbox, but who's to say that
realistically kids be paying attention?
That's what they're saying. Who's to say that child's not standing behind you one day, watching you entering your passcode to one thing, knowing that it's going to be your password for the next thing. Yeah. So they watching you enter in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Or even if you have that one kid that that they said, like the quiet kid that tell the friend, hey, don't come to school tomorrow because they're going to shoot up school. The little joke that goes around. But even that quiet kid that has just took a little bit too much, and all they do is just quietly get up and walk over there to the teacher's desk. People think that they just getting a piece of paper. They grabbing a whole ass gun. Yeah. No, I don't.
It's crazy.
That's gonna interfere with the kids.
Absolutely. Yeah. I don't think so. I think we should definitely enforce having more police officers available and things like that. And I understand the funding for that is all over the place as well. But
which I don't understand, because if we can protect our federal buildings and government sites, then you should allocate people for.
But schools. the problem is because now Texas is a free carry state, so they don't have gun regulations. So as far as like with Texas, I can see that argument happening in Texas, because it's like, well, if I can carry a gun, like for instance, like you think about it, a teacher can just go buy a gun and just have a gun free willy-nilly, I think that's the word or whatever, but then they come into a classroom and they're not allowed to have a gun. Like, I can see that argument being brought forth, which takes us back to gun control. We need more gun control.
I agree. Let's see here. I think we probably got time for no more questions. It's about
one more.
Okay. Let's see. Let's go with this one right here. Should parents be punished legally for their children's crimes?
I think that that's a tough one. Because you think of like for instance like Columbine, where those two, what was their names? Dylan and no, I don't want to say Dylan, but the two guys that did, the two students that did Columbine, there was, the parents admitted that there was changes in their behavior. They, like one just all of a sudden just got super depressed, whereas the other one started looking at mass killings and stuff like that, and, murders, and he started getting off into that. And then they was always in the basement. Like, how do you not know in your household a kid is building a bomb? So I think it should be like a negligence kind of thing, like a punishment for that. But I don't think as far as like criminal charges, because the kids are their own people anyway. But I just think that I don't know, that can go either way, because if you look at it, a lot of these mass these mass killings, like for instance, like the Uvalde one. Wasn't that guy? Didn't he kill his parents first or something like that?
I think so. Wasn't he like at Walmart and then rolled his ass over to somewhere
Yeah,
else and
so
then
I just
rolled
think
his ass
that's-
somewhere else and then he ended up at that school or something
You
like
just-
that?
Like
just
Sandy
never
Hook,
know.
like that they said that guy was like jealous of the students because their grandma worked at the school or used to be at the school or something like that. Like, so I think I don't know. I think that in certain instances, like when but you can't like publicize it because everybody's gonna deny it anyway.
Yeah.
But I like sometimes like for instance in the instance of Columbine, that one I think that was on the parents because how do you not notice a change in your kid's demeanor? And I mean, you admitted that you noticed it, but you just figured it was like they would just snap out of it.
That and they're going
So-
through hormones and things like that.
Yeah.
I
think
think
it can go either way as well too, because you got parents who can get legally in trouble with the government if their students are not going to school, which I feel like that should be on that student, not the parent, because it's already hard enough raising a teenager. And then having to be punished because they're not where they're supposed to be when they're at the school, like when you know they went to school and then they're gone somewhere else.
That starts
Like, that's-
early.
Yeah, that's why.
Because Carter 8 and he already looking at a truancy, and that's only because his mama don't get up in the morning, and I can't allow my baby to walk to the bus stop by himself because who's to say that baby gonna get on the bus stop by himself? So I gotta take Carter to school, and I be tired, okay? And so Carter's looking at the same thing.
But I just don't feel like
Yeah. No, I
in
get what you're
that
saying.
sense, I don't feel like parents should be punished for that. Like, I mean, especially if you're in high school and you know the knowledge and the understanding.
Yeah,
like,
I feel like there should be.
I
A,
feel
I
like
think
that should
that
be on your
truancy
parents.
comes from funding. So if they're
Absolutely.
not there at high school, like I know for sure, like Leander, like
Mhm.
our funding period was second period, so everybody had to be on campus second period.
if you wasn't there by 11 o'clock, baby, you was getting that phone call.
They wasn't because at that point they wasn't gonna get their funds for you being in school.
Absolutely.
So I mean, I don't. Yeah, truancy. I think that's a little harder. You know,
I feel like it should be an age cap, I guess, maybe on the whole.
I think like
Negligence
a time cap. Like
But
you
just
said,
to
like
punish-
you're getting up late. You
Yeah.
know, he's not completely missing school. He's
He's
just
not.
late to school.
Yeah.
Baby, get there at
And that's what I'm
7:45.
saying. Like that.
School starts at
No.
7:30. He get there at 7:45. He's still there.
truancy for that. That's ridiculous.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
Carter
what
be
I'm-
there.
And I just
Not on
don't
time,
agree
but he
that,
be
you know,
there.
the parents should be punished for that. Like,
Yeah,
I mean,
get that.
it's real life out here. Like,
I get it.
you know what
I
I'm
feel
saying?
like,
But I understand why it's in place, but at the same time, like,
yeah, I don't think that we should get criminal charges, but also I do feel like maybe there should be like an age cutoff on it.
Yeah.
So I feel like once your child hits 15, 16, they start becoming their own people, the attitudes start happening, and you kind of just start getting frustrated. Because I'm sure my parents couldn't stand my ass at 15 or 16. Because baby,
My
one thing I
daddy
knew,
can't stand me now. So
one thing I knew how to do was throw a fit. Because you told me no. What?
yeah.
So I knew my parents couldn't stand my ass. So I feel like there should be like an age cap. Like, I feel like at the age 15, 16, technically you feel like you've grown anyway. So if you out here robbing and shooting up the place and you
I
doing
don't
what you
feel
want
like
to
that should be on
do,
your
I shouldn't be,
parents.
exactly, I shouldn't be held
oh yeah,
responsible
no,
for
stuff
that.
like that. That's different.
But if you're younger, then yeah, sure, maybe I could be held responsible for that. And, you know, that's my doing because you are in my house. But 15, 16, you already think you've grown. Go ahead,
But
go rob that
technically,
bank.
isn't it technically, is it 16 or is it 17 that you, like, some crimes you can go as an adult? It's 16, right?
I think it's 17.
It's 17, I
Oh, well,
believe.
shit, never
Yeah,
mind.
I think it's 17.
Where your trial
They
as an
had
adult.
lowered
Yeah.
it,
I think it
but
just depends
it-
though, because
it does.
some states allowed to be like 14 and you're trialed as an adult.
Yeah,
So it just
it's just,
It definitely depends on the crime, because
it all just depends.
you know you
But I
grow
just
up
think-
blowing
I
up
also just
Walmarts
think
and
that-
killing people.
I
now
don't
you
know.
get trialed as an adult. I'm just saying.
I just think that it's just weird. Like growing up, my cousin thought he was a little gangbanger, and we not gangbangers. And he ain't never tried to rob or steal. Like well, as far as I know. But so it's just it. But it's what they see.
Absolutely.
So you think of like with a few episodes ago, we talked about Young Thug and Gunna them, like they on trial for RICO. But that's what they rap about. They rap about the music that they're listening to, the stuff that they're watching is all about that. So they're trying to be in that lifestyle because that's what they're hearing every day. That's
Absolutely.
what they're seeing every day. So I mean,
I
I don't.
hardly
That's
believe
not.
that.
That's not
Absolutely, because
that's
Carter
not
wants to be a
apparent.
goddamn anime character because he watches anime. Baby,
All
you
the
can't
time,
be one of
yeah.
those. So I
That
do definitely
anime
think
can
that
suck you in that anime world.
Carter, you can't run like that. Put your hands down.
On
Put your hands down. Stop running like
He be
that,
running
man.
like that.
Baby, put the arms and keep going.
Carter running like a grummet.
Carter
Wait
putting
till
them
you start
arms down.
doing
He
this.
gets
It's over with.
Oh no,
bro.
he do that. He do that too. But I don't think Carter does it at school. I think he does it.
Pop.
I think he does it at home because he knows it irritates
Pokemon cards
me.
and stuff was a whole.
It
was top tier.
Look, baby, he know Carter knows how to
it was
trigger me.
definitely a thing.
Okay,
They was trading, and I was like,
Well, Halo knows how to trigger me.
it was like borderline gambling.
She not here.
If you ask me, I'm just.
the Pokemon cards be
They was
serious.
hustling.
Look,
for them cards. Okay.
it'd be serious.
Yeah.
It'd be serious. But we appreciate you guys listening to this one today. You know, maybe we can make this a part 2 series because I definitely got more.
I think we should make it a part 2 series.
Yeah,
questions.
I don't have to host next
They
week.
were good.
Oh, actually, I can do it again, part 2 for my episode.
No, because it's too long. That's too long. So we'll have a part 2. Now
Now I gotta continue
Don't worry
because
about
Koya don't want to do her due diligence.
and
but-
that's on period.
That's hilarious.
Y'all,
We'll
I had a
pick
video
up
that I was
next
supposed
week.
to post like 2 weeks ago, and I still ain't posted that video. Why? Because the girl been busy. So friends help friends, right? You
All
already
right.
have the research and the questions done.
Then let's look forward to a part 2 of more controversial topics.
Wonderful.
As we've stated, this is our opinion. You're allowed to have your opinion, and we can still be friends.
Mm-hmm.
And you can discuss it with us. Send us some comments. Y'all know what have y'all been watching on YouTube? Because I ain't look on
views,
I
but
ain't
they
look
don't
on-
comment.
We've gotten 2 new subscribers
have-
since we've started back.
Y'all don't
Yes.
have y'all not
I seen
commenting
that.
no more. Like Ashley, where you at? I can't. I think Ashley doesn't want to be commenting, but where y'all comments
very
be
engaged.
at?
That's my
People are
bestie.
watching, but I just think people are scared to comment.
I just don't think we have the
Saying?
audience yet
Yeah.
for people to really like voice their opinions.
But I mean,
We
it's
should.
cool. Like, I mean, y'all
Let's
cool.
start
We
using
love
hashtags.
y'all. But-
We probably should start using
Yeah.
hashtags. I think that's probably how we would build a bigger
Oh yeah,
audience.
because people, yes.
Yeah.
The hashtags help.
All right, guys. Well, that's us to discuss. So we'll catch you guys next week. Bye.
Yeah, it's time to go
Bye.